Hello, hello, hello. I know a couple of you are waiting to hop in on our live, but when you do get here, please let me know that you can hear me. That's always a huge fear of mine, is that I'll be talking and nobody knows what I'm saying. So when you hop on, jump in the chat, let me know you can hear me. And if it needs to go louder or if I'm too loud, just let me know. Oh, I'm so excited. I've got a lot of stuff right here to show you today. So I am so excited. And I have, of course, my notes that I need. So I'm going to wait just a second so that everybody can jump on. It looks like it's finally coming on. So I will wait till you guys start jumping on and letting me know that you're here, and say hello and let me know if you can hear me. Oh, somebody said hello. That means hopefully you can hear me, Candace. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, we've got a couple people on right now. I'm trying to look at this screen and kind of see how many people are here. I think 8 people are here right now, which is great. I don't know. I don't know what I expect for these lives, but hello from Virginia. Hello, Cindy. Hello, I'm in South Carolina. It's so good to see you. Awesome. So we're going to wait just a little bit until people start hopping on, and then I'll get started. I have a lot of fun things to show you today. I'm like so excited. And I have my computer over here right now, my laptop, and I went ahead and blew up the comments. So hopefully I don't miss any. Oh, somebody is sewing block 3 right now. That is so awesome. Are you loving it? Is it fun? Oh, hey. Oh, this is so fun. So it is hot in this room. So my studio is in the room above the garage. So you might be able to hear my air conditioning. I had to bump it down because I was going to start sweating. So I apologize for that noise. I'm pointing up here because my vent is up here. Oh, somebody from Knoxville. My parents live just outside Knoxville in Maryville. So I know exactly where you are. Oh, yes. Okay, you love it, Cindy. Good. Okay. So, like I said, I have my notes for today. I'm so excited to get started, but I just wanted to welcome you to the month 2 of the Flower Stand. And today we're kicking it off. Today we're opening up our envelopes and we're getting started. So I have an outline and I wanted to go through everything really quick. So I want to know how everybody liked month 1. So comment below if you liked month 1. And then also comment below if you completed. Did you complete blocks 1 and 2 for month 1? Okay, people are saying love it. Great. Great. Good. So I want you to post below in the comments what you loved most about month 1. Was it one of the blocks that you loved? Do you feel like you learned a new technique? Did you feel like it challenged yourself? I have a feeling a lot of you are thinking, it definitely challenged me. Somebody loved month 1. Oh, good. I'm so glad you love month 1. Perfect. Yes, I see a comment that month 2 has not come in yet. So depending on who you ordered it from, some shops are just a little bit behind on shipping, but I will address this later. But I just wanted to tell you, I see you. I'm so sorry. It is completely out of my control, and I would love to just fly one over to you, but unfortunately, it is a little bit late. So I think a good portion of you might not have it yet, but I talked to a few of the shops. They should start shipping next week, so you should have it soon. And I decided not to push back the schedule just because I felt like a week or so it's just kind of hard to just push back a whole entire schedule. So, okay, I see some coming in. Yep, some people say it was a challenge. Yes, okay. Yes. So you do have to slow down and take your time because it is a little more challenging. Yes. I think that's something you're going to learn when you make any of my patterns or sew with any of my patterns. They are a little bit, I wouldn't call them challenging. They're just more detailed. And I feel like that's how I've been able to grow as a quilter, is being like literally working with small pieces a lot of pieces. I've just learned a lot of different tricks that help me along the way. And I try to post those in my video so that you can learn them too. But after this block of the month, you all are going to be able to master any quilt that has a lot of pieces and any quilt that has tiny pieces. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Yep, tiny pieces. Did they get you? Did they get you all the tiny pieces? Okay, so I'm going to show month one blocks. And what I'm going to do, I think, every time I hop on a live is I'm going to show the previous blocks. I also have something special to show you for month one. And then I'll go into opening month two. That just helps people get on the call if they're a little late and then they don't miss anything. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with quickly showing blocks 1 and 2. So here is what my month one block looks like. And if you haven't made this yet and you're just jumping in, there are tutorials showing you how to make this block. So here's my month one block. So cute. I love these. I can't wait to show you in just a second something I did with the month one block, and I think you're going to love it. So, okay. So here's my month one. And here is my month two. And this one gets me every time. I just think it is so stinking cute. If you're on the communications email, I sent out an email this morning to you showing you some of the progress some of the participants have made. And there are some super cute blocks. It seriously makes me want to redo this whole quilt in another fabric collection. So, okay, so that was my month one block. So now I have a fun little remix, okay? So I was trying to think, okay, you have these patterns, right? I don't want you to just throw them away. I don't want you to do that. But after you're done, I don't want you to just put them away and then forget about them forever. I really want you to be able to continue making fun projects with them. So I came up with what I'm going to do actually this morning at like 9:30 a.m. I was like, I should do something like a remix or something. So I am somebody that just likes to dive all in and just do stuff just on a whim. So every live call, I have decided that I am going to show you a remix. So essentially it's called the Flower Stand Remix. And I'm going to be taking one of the units or blocks or something from the previous month and show you something fun that I did with them. So I want you to know that I was really inspired by Judy Evans. I'm sure if you're in the My So Quilty Live Quilty Community Facebook group, you would have seen her strawberry lemonade month one blocks. I mean, they're just gorgeous. I literally approved that post and I was like, oh my goodness, I need to make something with strawberry lemonade first of all, but her blocks were just so gorgeous. So I was so inspired by Judy Evans that I decided to make something in strawberry lemonade. I was actually traveling a few weeks ago. I was in Huntsville, Alabama, and I stopped in a quilt shop. It was Patches and Stitches, and I found some strawberry lemonade there. And my fabric, it was so cool. So I found some strawberry lemonade fabric there, and I bought some because I didn't jump on it fast enough. I know, that's so crazy. It's such a beautiful collection, but I'm sewing a lot of my own fabrics these days. I just don't have the time I used to have to sew with other fabrics. So I have like some stash over here. Let me point, like right there, right there. I have some color-coded stash that I have. A lot of it's past collections, not a lot of new stuff, but that's what I pull to sew with like my monthly block of the months and just different little projects I want to do. So I bought some strawberry lemonade because of Judy Evans. It was so beautiful. Okay, so I wanted to show you. I have it organized today. I've got like stuff stacked here. So I'm going to show you the block that I made using the month one pattern. So y'all have this, right? We made block one. So I made something with block one. So I wanted to show you out of strawberry lemonade. All right. You ready? Okay, so I am making a pillow. I'm going to turn this, I'm going to quilt it, and I'm going to turn it into a pillow. I'm going to have to make a pillow form for it, but I just thought it was too cute. And I'm going to give you everything that you need. I'm going to talk about it, everything you need to do in order to make this. Yes, thank you so much. I'm so glad you think it's cute. So what I didn't have a lot of strawberry lemonade. I just had 2 charm packs, a couple of fat quarters. I'll show you here. A couple of fat quarters that I was able to find. But guess what, guys? This is actually going to be reprinted. I heard today on the Fat Quarter Shop Live that strawberry lemonade is going to be reprinted. So if you didn't get any, like me, I didn't. We now have a chance to get some. So I had a couple of a couple of fat quarters here, just of different colors. I was like scavenging all through the quilt shop, just trying to pull anything and everything that was strawberry lemonade, because I kind of had like FOMO a little bit. Like everybody's sewing with it and I didn't, and I'm like, I want to. So I made this. And then I did pull out a Corey Yoder print for that yellow, because I really love yellow in the center of all my flowers. It's a weird thing. I know it's weird. And I just always think flowers should have yellow in the center. I don't know what it is, but I wanted to go over exactly how to make this before we jump into month 2. So that my hope is that if you're finished with all of your blocks for that month, I want you to go back in and make something totally different with different fabrics, maybe a different setting, a pillow, pot holders, just something else to kind of keep you busy if you want to be busy before the next month starts. So this is my block, and this is kind of the stuff I bought. I bought some of this. I bought a lot of this, and I'm going to back it. This is going to be the back of my pillow. This hexagon print. I love it. And then I just bought some other low volumes, and then I used this green for my stems, and then this for my background. Sorry, I don't know any of the SKU numbers. And then I just purchased some layer cakes, not mini charms, charm packs. And then I picked my favorite 5 prints for the flowers, and then a yellow for my stash, and then 2 of the greens for the small stems I pulled out of here too. So you could totally make this. So I wanted to go over everything that you need in order to make that. And feel free to write this down or watch the replay. I'm also hoping to make a blog post for you or add it in an email so that if you didn't write it down, you know what. So here's what I made. So you will need your month 1 pattern, and this is block 1. So I made 3 left stem units, 2 middle stem units, and 5 flower units. So originally, and I'm just saving you the time, originally I just made the entire block and added this and this little one, and then I put it together. I'm like, that doesn't work because the leaves were like literally right next to each other touching. So I had to pick apart my block this morning because I had made this unit right here. And so what you just need to do is you're just having the 2 different units. It's really just the first 2 right here. So this one and this one. And then you just repeat that over and over for 5 blocks. So again, this is what it looks like right here. And I need to press it again. It's probably not pressed. It's got wrinkles. Okay, so I just want to quickly tell you exactly how many pieces you need to cut. So you can write this down, or in your pattern, you can just write to the side what you need. So for the background, you need 2 fabric A, you need 3 fabric B, 3 fabric C, 10 fabric D, 20 fabric E. You do not need F, and you do not need G. You need 3 fabric H and 66 fabric I. For the flower petals, from 5 different fabrics, you need 4 fabric J and 4 fabric K. For the flower centers, you need 5 fabric L. And for the stem and leaves, you need 13 fabric M, 3 fabric N, 2 fabric O, and this is what's different for the borders. So I added borders on mine that are different from your block. So you need to add these 2, so the 2 on the side and then the top and the bottom. If you're going to turn it into a pillow, you could turn it into something else, but that's the easy part, is putting borders on it. So you need 2 2.5 by 10.5 inch strips, and you need 2 2.5 by 22 inch strips. So the block should measure 18 by 10.5 before you put the borders on. And after the borders are on, your block will measure 22 inches by 14.5 before quilting and binding. I don't know. I just thought that was such a fun thing to do, just to show you what else you could do with your patterns. So I'm going to be doing that every month. So I'm excited to come up with what I'm going to do next month. I'm definitely going to use a different fabric collection, I think, each month, just to showcase something different. But this is the perfect summer pillow. So I just had to show you that. But I wanted you to help me pick what I should do for my binding. I know what I'm doing for my backing. So like I said, I am doing the hexagon print for my backing. I just love how Sherry and Chelsea use that on a lot of their projects. I think it's cute. I got 2.5 yards, so I have plenty to put on another project. Love this. Okay, so can you help me please please tell me what binding I should use? So I'm thinking of using either a red, green, pink. I'm just trying to get them all really quick. So I have this pretty print. I don't know. There we go. I can use this. I can use this mini pink gingham. I have the green gingham. Now, I did use this for my stem, so I don't know if it will look good as the binding. Then I have this red, and then I have this cute fat quarter of this print. I love that. It's so pretty. So in the comments, please help me. Do I want I'm going to try to hold this up, a multi-pink floral, post multi-pink floral, green gingham. Do I want a green gingham? But you see how the green leaves, like, I just don't know if I love that, but green gingham, red, that pops. That really pops. So don't forget, add it in the comments. You can help me because I'm really indecisive sometimes and I just don't know. I love them all. Pink gingham. Now this kind of, it's gingham, a lot of gingham with the green. So I didn't know if that would look great. And then I've got pink flowers. So post in the comment. Okay. People are saying red, multi-pink, red. Okay. Yeah, I think the red definitely pops more, but I'm going to go through your comments. Feel free to post them at any time. You don't have to do it right now. And I'm going to choose the most that people have picked. That's what I'm going to use for this. So I'm hoping to turn it into a pillow maybe this next week, do a blog post or maybe a video because I am going to have to make my own pillow form. And I've never done that before, which totally, I think it's going to be easy. I'm just going to use like a Bella Solid and stuff it, make sure it's the right size. And then I will add that as an insert in here. So maybe I'll have to do a YouTube video, but I have to quilt this and quilt the back and make the back. So that'll be a fun project for me to do. So stay tuned on social media. I'll let you know if I have any videos coming up, but thank you so much for helping me vote. Okay, so moving on. I just thought that would be a lot of fun to do, but we'll see. So I hope that if you do any kind of little remix, you can post your progress or your finished projects using a different hashtag. Let's do hashtag Flower Stand Remix. How about that? So then I can see them and don't forget to tag me. I really would love to see them. Oh, so cute. Okay. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was, let's see. Oh yeah, and be sure to check out all over social media and on the My Soul Quilty Life Quilty community group for inspiration. Go see everybody's blocks. They're all so beautiful and so different. I've loved seeing them all come in. It's been like my favorite part. There's a lot of people using Flower Girl, but there are some people using other fabrics. One, Strawberry Lemonade. I think that is so cool. So if I had more of it, I probably would make a whole nother quilt in Strawberry Lemonade. Thanks, Judy. Okay, so really quick, I want to talk about shipping delays. I know I just mentioned that, and I know some of you are hopping on now. We have 35 people, so that's awesome. Some of your packets for month 2 are delayed. They should be shipping next week. I apologize. That's not something I can control, but I do have to continue on with the schedule. So I wanted to make you aware, each month there's a monthly giveaway and essentially a deadline for that. I am extending that deadline to July 5th. So you have till July 5th to scan that QR code and sign up for that giveaway. I just wanted to let you know that I am trying to accommodate you on that. The reason for not pushing back the entire schedule again is one, we've already done that. I am a little heavy backloaded now because we did push it back. So I'm trying to not overlap block of the months as much as possible because Flower Shop starts in November. And every time I push something back, everything else slides back and it is crazy. You should see my calendar right now. So I'm trying to keep that going. Now, if there's something that changes in the future, like there is a major delay, I will look into moving the schedule for sure, just to accommodate that. But I figured just a week, would be fine. These blocks, as you'll see in the tutorials, actually go together pretty quickly. There's a lot of the same repeating units, so you can definitely chain piece. I'm looking over at my machine. That's why I'm like, you can chain piece. Okay, so again, I apologize. Please be patient with those shops. They're trying to get everything out they can, and sometimes we know things just don't go perfectly like this. It is very hard to run a block of the month with deadlines and pre-printed materials that have dates on them. So I know I've confused all of you probably too much anyway. But yes, we'll leave it at that. So don't forget your bingo card. I wanted to talk about the bingo card. Look, I got some I've got some bingo squares. Don't forget, this is a fun interactive thing. And at the end, you're going to be able to get some fun prizes by filling in how many bingos you have, and then a total blackout gets you a couple different entries. So I wanted to quickly go over what you could have already marked in. Some of you probably already forgot about this bingo card. Raise your hand if you have. I guess you can't raise your hand, but comment below if you've already forgotten about the bingo card. Or comment below and say, no, Heather, I have as much filled out as I could possibly have filled out. So I want you to know you are on a live call now. So you could be able to mark off your join one live call. So that's a good one. Yeah, see, I knew somebody would like a thank you. You are welcome, Sheila. I knew somebody would need, not a thank you, a reminder. Gosh, okay. I knew somebody would need a reminder. Okay, another thing is join the My So Quilty Life Quilty community on Facebook. That is another way you can join, or another way you can get a square. Obviously, your free square. Like or follow My So Quilty Life on social media. That's a good way to get a square. Subscribe to the My So Quilty Life email list. Complete your month one blocks. And, oh, hey, Cheryl, how are you? Okay. And then one is plant a flower. So a couple weeks ago, I planted some flower pots in front of my driveway. So there's plenty of things on here for you to do. You know, like complete month 2, support your local favorite quilt shop, do something nice for someone, you can't fill out the end of the block of the month survey yet. See, so there are some things that you can't do yet, but it's just to keep you up and moving in this block of the month. So don't forget about this. I will give more details at the end of the block of the month in month 6 of how to go ahead and submit this bingo card so you can enter some prizes. Okay. So I want to remind you, because some of you are new, just joining in, I want to remind you that you need to scan the QR code from packet 1. So from Flower Pack 1, you need to scan the QR code on the communications card so that you can join our Flower Stand exclusive emails. These emails are only going to Flower Stand participants, not anybody else. So it's got jam-packed information, any pattern corrections, anything that I want to announce to you. It's just very important. If you do not have your packet yet and you did participate, send me an email at customerservice@mysoquiltylife.com. That is going to be the same for the monthly giveaways. If you are in a different country and you do not get your packet on time before the deadline will expire, just email me with your confirmation and I will send you a link to sign up. I know a couple people have had to do that, and I just want to make sure that you know that I'm doing that for you. So, okay, somebody doesn't have a Facebook. Oh, man. All right, you can email me. You can email me your pictures and I can post them on Facebook with your permission. That'll work too. Okay, so let's see. Yes, don't forget email. The email to email me is customerservice@mysoquiltylife for this block of the month. Okay, are we ready to get started on month 2? I mean, I've been talking for 24 minutes and we haven't even talked about month 2, right? Okay, so let's talk about, well, I need this. Why'd I throw that? Okay, so I'm going to first show the quilt. Now, I told somebody I would hang this up and I completely forgot. As I was putting it on my chair, I remembered, oh yeah, I said I would probably hang it up. So now I just need to figure out the best way to hang it up behind me so I don't have to, hold it up every time. And then also if I have anything new that should be coming back there. I wonder what new could be coming back there. Oh, okay, I'll tell you. Okay, so my next fabric collection, I can't tell you what it is. I can't tell you what it looks like, but I should be getting my samples soon, and I'll be sample sewing. So these shelves will change soon. They will change. Anyways, I had to tell you, I'm waiting patiently. All of the quilts are already designed. I'm just waiting patiently for all my samples so I can take photographs of them and post when I'm ready to post them on social media. But that collection doesn't debut to shops until July. So actually, what's next? So next month is July 12th, I think, when our third month comes out. That same day, I'll be sharing more about my next collection. So stay tuned. Okay. So here, but we're talking about Flower Girl right now, and we're talking about this quilt. So here's the quilt, and as you can see on this top row, we have, let's see, no, other side. Okay, we have this block, which is block 3. I'll come up closer. There we go. That's block 3. And then on the bottom row, we have block 4. See, you didn't know what order these blocks were going in, did you? Okay, so there's block 4, little tulips. So we got little pansies in a crate, and we got little tulips in a basket. So cute. My lighting is not great right now, but those are the blocks we're making this month. I'm so excited. Gosh, this quilt is so pretty. And I think that I have completely forgot to mention who quilted this gorgeous quilt. So I have a local quilter here, Dale, and her staff at Carolina Quilt Studio quilted this for me. So beautiful, so beautiful. I just love it. Can you see it? Okay. Okay, so I just wanted to show you really quick. So now we're going to dive into the blocks. Fold her back up. I can't believe I'm going to have 2 flower stand quilts. I'm going to have 2. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and dive into our opening. So if you have your packet, your flower pack, go ahead and start opening it. Now, out of respect for people that don't have it yet, I'm not going to show some of the things because some of the things are a surprise, and I want you to be surprised. So you should open it up, and first thing is your pattern, your block patterns. Right here. So here's our blocks that we're going to be making. On the back, it shows you the SKUs that you need. Is there any reason not to combine them into a row? I'll have to look. You might be able to go ahead and do that. And then don't forget to scan your QR code that takes you to my website for the month's tutorials, or you're already in the right spot for them over on YouTube. I've already posted them, and I posted a tutorial of the bonus pattern. Okay, so first we have our blocks. So I'm going to go ahead and show you my blocks. So here is, and I didn't trim off his edges. Look how sloppy. So here's block 3, the little pansy crate. Super adorable. I love this one. So you do have hand embroidery on this block today. And then this is block 4. So again, this is a longer block. Like I said in my tutorial, you totally could add a couple of maybe 2.5-inch strips on the side and the top and bottom and turn this into a pillow. I think that would be cute. Okay, so here are the blocks. I'm going to put them over here. So don't forget, if you are doing the hand embroidery, you do need your template. Now, a lot of you, I think, went ahead and hand embroidered all the words, which is something I recommend so that when you do get to the new month, you just get to jump right in, start making it, but you'll need pansies. Now, if you are struggling with hand embroidery, or you haven't been doing it, or you are making excuses of why you're not joining this block of the month, I do have pre-printed panels for you, and I am using the pre-printed panel. This needs ironed, but this is what it looks like, and you just cut out on the dashed lines and then measure according to the pattern, and then you sew it right in. So for the sake of time for my own second quilt, I am using this panel, and this is what it looks like. Looks cute. Still looks cute. Right. Don't let that hold you back. I do have a video showing you how to do this hand embroidery. Well, not this because this is the panel, but doing the hand embroidery. And so don't let it intimidate you. It's actually pretty easy. So don't let that intimidate you. Don't let that hold you back. Okay, the next thing in our envelope, and I wanted to say this envelope is a little smaller, a little thinner, I should say. And that is because month one, I had so many things to give you. I gave you a tracker, a progress tracker, the alphabeties, a communications card, a welcome letter, and the list goes on, bingo. And so it felt like a lot more, but I wanted you to know they're still the same value. So month two giveaway card, let me pull it out. Let's pull it out. So I have changed the monthly giveaways to be 2 winners instead of 1. So we're doing 2 winners. So this month we have a U, and last month I challenged you, what are we spelling? Nobody's going to guess what we're spelling. I'm just actually joking. Like, you all have guessed what we're spelling. But we have a U this month. So don't forget, scan the QR code on the back. If you do not have a smartphone, you can email me. If you do not have this yet, wait for your packet. What I mean is, like, if you're international and you're not going to have it for a few weeks, please email me so I can get you signed up for this giveaway. But yes, don't forget to do this. And let's see, the new deadline is July 5th. July 5th. On here it says 5/24/24. That was with the original schedule, so do not follow that. If you ever have a question, please email me. I'm trying to say it in all my emails and all my posts and anything that I do to communicate with you. I'm trying to get it out there, the new date for you, so you don't have to worry. So the first fun thing that we have is a bonus pattern. Woo! Okay, so there is a card in your envelope, your flower pack, with a bonus pattern. Okay, so when you have leftover scraps after you finish your block of the month, or you can pull from your scraps that you currently have or your stash, you totally need to scan that QR code and download the Together Tulips pattern. Now, I have it right here to show you. It's not quilted, but I wanted to show you it. But this is what it looks like. So head on over to mysoquiltylife.com. This is exclusive only for people participating in the Flower Stand block of the month. This is a free gift from me to you. And the best thing about this pattern is you don't need to reference any of the Flower Stand patterns. Everything you need from the construction of these little tulips are all in this pattern. So you don't have to worry about, going back and forth and flipping and being like, okay, how many pieces do I need? It is all in here. So this contains 5 tulip blocks, and these tulip blocks are from block 4. So you might notice those little guys. So from block 4, it's just these 2 little tulips right there, right here and here, those 2 ones right there. Yeah, so it'll tell you everything you need to know, and then it has an additional patchwork block to make this cute Irish chain. So you need 5 of the tulip blocks and 4 patchwork blocks. And then I just finished it with a fun low volume. Now, I'm not 100% confident if everybody that is participating will have enough extra fabric in order to make all of this, okay? It's going to depend on the kit that you bought. It's going to depend on how you cut. Do you starch? So I can't guarantee that everybody is going to have all of the fabric to make this, but it's just a fun little extra. I think if you ordered the whole kit, you definitely have enough. Now, I'm not sure about the low volume, but you definitely have enough. But this is also a great skill builder. So if you find yourself struggling with making any of these blocks, take some time and use some scrap or some stash fabric to make some of these tulips. It is the exact same construction of what we're making, basically all the blocks. It's just simple folded corners, corner squares, and so you should have no problem if you practice that. So here is what my little quilt looks like. Again, I do need to quilt it. So here is what she looks like. So cute. I'll come closer for you. Super simple. So I would say this patchwork block, we all should know how to do, right? Right? And then these little tulips are so much fun to make. I just chain pieced. So I cut all of this out and I sat at my machine and I did one whole step and just continued going. And then I got up and pressed. So this is what you can make this month. This is what you can make. So I hope you enjoy making this together tulips. It actually will make a beautiful baby quilt. Beautiful baby quilt. And I would love to see if you make this. So the hashtag for this quilt on social media is hashtag together tulips quilt. So I hope you enjoy making that, and I hope you love this free little bonus pattern that you get. Okay, and then let's see. Special 1, 2, yep. Okay, and golden flowers. I remembered these this time. Do you remember when my husband had to save the day and bring these to me? I think he's watching. He told me to shout him out. Hello, husband and son. They're driving out of state to a baseball tournament, and I am not going. This is like the first one in a while that I haven't made, but I've got a lot of work to do, and our dog needs attention. So let's talk about golden flowers, okay? So I put 7. I misspoke last time and said I only put 6. I put 7 in month 1 packets, 7 in month 2, and so forth. So there should be 7 winners this month. This is what a golden ticket looks like. It has a number on the back. And if you have one in your month 2 packet, don't forget to snap a picture and send it. Last month, we only had 5 month 1 claims. Only 5. So that means there are still 2 out there. Still 2 out there. And I know there are a ton of you, probably not on this call, but have yet to open those packets. Come on, we got to open them. We got to open them. So I have some awesome prizes for the winners from our sponsors. I have a lot of layer cakes, jelly rolls, some surprise packs. I have a lot of sponsors that have donated. So if you're a winner, don't forget to take a picture and send it to me on these golden tickets. Okay, let's see. Moving on. Okay, so we do have another pattern correction, but we all are aware of the month 2 pattern correction, I hope. So just as a reminder, because we are currently on month 2 right now. So month 2, block 3, piece B. This is the top background piece. Should measure 2 1/4 by 4 1/2. I just want to make sure everybody is aware of that. I know I mentioned it in the email and I've been mentioning it, but now we are on month 2 and I just wanted you to know that. Now, another correction has been brought to my attention, and this one is weird, okay? So thank you, Meredith, very much for pointing this out. So I sell PDF patterns and paper patterns. I think, now check your paper patterns. Paper patterns should be good. But I think the PDF, and I don't know how this happened, the PDF version, block 9, piece B, should measure 1 by 2 1/2. I'm going to add that to my website. But I just wanted to make you aware of that. Please let me know if you have a paper pattern and it is incorrect. I'm not sure how any of that happened, but I have a lot of patterns here, and I've checked them, and they're correct. But the good news is the piece that I specified, I told you to cut bigger than you actually needed. So at the end of the day, if you don't catch that correction, you're not probably going to notice, except for you're going to think you miscut your piece wrong because it's bigger than what you needed. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Every month I'll be sharing that with you because I know that there are people working ahead. But those are the only 2 corrections that I have at this time. Just remember, if you do think you found an error, always double check, measure and double check. Again, I have it again before scaring the daylights out of me, because I literally have, like, when I get an email that there has been a correction or there's an error, I literally drop everything that I'm doing. My heart drops and I go into my computer and I pull up all of my documents. It looks crazy. And I'm like, okay. And then I find that there's not, and I'm like, okay, now I'm having a hot flash, right? So just remember, check. And it's totally okay. I know other people make mistakes too, but please, please, please just double check. Okay, and then obviously we always need to check under my support and pattern corrections tab to see if I already put it there. And then if it's not, just please email me at customerservice@mysoquiltylife. Okay, so I wanted to move on for these live calls. I got a lot of great feedback, and somebody's calling me. I apologize. I got a lot of great feedback that 4 p.m. worked really great for a lot of people. So I am going to be sticking with this time until further notice. So it is 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you're all here, so you understand that it's 4 p.m. So let's see. Social media, don't forget, always share your progress. We love to look at what you've made and give you a little love. So share it, hashtag Flower Stand BOM. I know a couple of you have been using Flower Stand Quilt, and that is fine, but I did want a lot of people to use Flower Stand BOM. And then obviously always tag me so I can see it. And then don't forget about our Facebook group. And then let's see. So I do have some flower stand coordinating items, and they're on sale. They're on sale this week or this month. So I wanted to tell you about them. And some of the shops do have them, so feel free to purchase from them as well. So the first product that I wanted to show you that coordinates with Flower Stand is I do have a needle minder for Flower Stand. That's kind of hard to see. Let me take it out. This is a big guy. He is about 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. And I am making the Flower Stand cross stitch, which I'll show you soon. But he's been a lifesaver. He's holding all my needles. So it is a miniature flower stand. It's a little flower stand. How adorable is that? I love it. Okay, so this can be found on mysoquiltylife.com under shop products. And it says it's under new markdowns or Flower Girl items. So yeah, there's some of those. The next thing is I had a lot of requests to make a flower stand cross stitch. So I have this in my shop, and the plastic's gonna. So if you are a stitcher, feel free to pick this up. It's been a lot of fun. It is, let's see, I stitched mine, or I'm stitching mine on 18 count. Ada, and it is going to finish at 13 and 1/4 by 13 1/4. I'm going to show you, but we have these in paper and PDF form. So if you are a stitcher, feel free to pick this up. We also have floss packs with DMC so that you can have everything that you need. This does match the 18 count, what I did. So if you're doing a smaller or larger one, just know that you may have to add supplemental skeins to that. So these are all on sale, but I thought it would be fun to show you my cross stitch really quick. It's very wrinkled. I need to, this is my current, and look, I'm still working on this part right here. So I've got my needle stuck to it, but this is my current cross stitch that when I'm not quilting, look, I'm not a cross stitcher by any means, but I picked it up. I thought it would be a lot of fun. I actually grew up, my mother and father cross-stitched a lot, and it's not something that I ever really got into. And so when I decided to design this, I was like, I've got to make it. So here's my progress. I thought it was fun. Look, it's little. Look at all of them. They're little. They're all there, all the little blocks. So cute. So I'm hoping to finish this soon because it is a time, it takes a lot of time to cross-stitch. And I'm hoping to get this done and maybe do a finishing setting or something with it. I don't know what to do yet, but I do love this. I think it is pretty. And then something that I get a lot of comments on is my project bag. This is my little project bag. So if you have left, and I wanted to show you this because if you have leftover pieces from making Flower Stand and you're like, what do I do with them? You have a couple options. You can make this quilt, you can make a remix pattern, or you can turn it into a project bag. So I'm going to be doing a pattern and a tutorial on this bag. It has cute little rounded corners and it has this cute little lace and a zipper. And the zipper's over here. It's so backwards on camera, but it has a zipper. And this is where I keep everything. I keep my needle minder from the Sew Sampler box. So happy if you have Sew Sampler, that is from that. But then I have my needle minder, Flower Stand. And then I just have, I'll show you. I just have all of my floss and my pattern in here. And I just love this bag. So I know a lot of you, if you follow me on social media, you've been begging me for this pattern. I am going to get it done. I promise. It is just on a lower part of my priority list, but I thought it would be so cute to show. So if you do have extra scraps, this is fun. Okay. So I wanted to move on to a couple of questions. So, and post any questions you have. I do have the chat pulled up over here just to be able to see your comments. And of course, I just got the notification that, well, we figured out this last time that I've reached my limit on viewing because my son and I share an iCloud. So I'll have to figure that out when it pops up. But let's see. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so post your questions below in the comments if you have one so I can answer it before we go. But I have a couple that came in over the course of the month and I just wanted to answer them since we're all here. So one of the questions is, I am struggling with working with small pieces. Do you have any tips? Oh, thank you so much for liking my cross stitch, Kim. Okay, so yes, I do have some tips with working with small pieces. And one thing that not everybody's gonna love is it takes practice. Like the more you do it, the better you get at it. And that has been my experience too. So keep at it, keep doing it, you'll get it. But I do have a blog post, and I posted this in the communications email that I sent out this morning. My top 10 tips for working with small pieces. So I want you to check that out. I will try to link it below if I can add it and remember to add that. But it is on my blog. And I did that a few years ago, maybe a year ago, just going over, because that is one question I get with my patterns is people are, a little upset with their blocks when they make them because of the small pieces and they're not used to it. So I wanted to put that out there. But some things I wrote right here, some things that are important is make sure your pieces are truly cut to the right size. That is very important because when you get to sewing, your seam allowance, if your seam allowance is good, but your pieces are not cut, it can be small, it can be wonky, it can be big, you never know. So just double check that your pieces, that even the smallest little sliver that we all are like, we all have that piece that we're like, we're going to make it happen anyway. Well, sometimes that can make our blocks look a little distorted at the end. Something I like to do is sew with a shorter stitch length. And that is so when you have a 1-inch square, if you are sewing with a 2.5 or 3-inch, not 3-inch, but 2.5 or 3 stitch length, you're only going to get so many stitches on that 1-inch square. So reduce that stitch length so you have more stitches, because that really will secure that piece from moving at all. Another thing is, let's see, sew accurately or beside your drawn line on those half square corners. Did I say that right? Corner square triangles. Yes. Snowball corners, corner square triangles. They're all called different things, but they all mean the same thing. So, when you're drawing that line, just make sure you're accurately stitching on that line or beside it. Finger press first. I always recommend finger pressing first and then setting your iron right where you finger pressed. And then don't pull or stretch your fabric. Trim each piece down after you sew it. So that is something that I like to put in my patterns after each step, is what your unit or piece should measure, so that sorry, somebody posted a comment. I just wanted to read it. So just make sure you're using those measurements. They are there to help you. After each step, I'll tell you exactly what I do. After each step, after I sew and after I press, I go to my cutting table and I make sure I cut the littlest sliver off, even if it's just a tiny little 16th or a 32-inch, 30 seconds of an inch little sliver. I cut that off because those make a big difference in the end. And then again, practice, 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 and make this quilt as a skill builder. And then some people are cutting bigger and trimming down. Now, if you've never done that, I really don't recommend that, but some people are, and the fabric requirements don't accommodate that. So just be aware of that as well. But I hope that helps. A lot of people have asked me scant or regular 1/4 inch. I believe I think I do a little bit of a scant, but do the same, whatever you started with, do it the same throughout the whole quilt so your blocks are consistent. I know some of you are getting bigger blocks, some of you are getting smaller blocks, but it just takes practice and you will get there. So another question is, what is the best marking tool to draw lines? So I use a friction pen, and I don't even think I have it. Oh yeah, here we go. I have a friction, I don't know how to say it, friction marker that I mark on. Now, this was not made for quilters. This was not made for quilters, but we're all using it, right? So this evaporates with heat, and I will draw a diagonal line, especially I use diagonal seam tape, but if I have a square that's larger than the average piece of my bed of my machine, I will draw a line. And so this evaporates with heat. I love this marker. It's made by Pilot. Yeah, Pilot Erasable Friction Fine Liner. There are a couple different versions of this. I think this one is more of the marker, but it will evaporate with heat. And then I will draw lines when I'm quilting something with this. And yeah, it just helps a lot. So this will come back if your quilt is in the cold. So just be aware of that. And I tested it out one time and put a piece, I marked on a piece and put it in the refrigerator, and it did slightly come back to like a grayer tone. So just keep that in mind. Let's see. And then again, diagonal seam tape. I say that in all my videos. So if you're used to watching my videos, that is something I say all the time. Here, my ignore limit. Ignore for today. There, now I should hopefully be good. There. And I'm popping out the chat really quick so I don't miss any questions. Okay, so let's see. Is anyone pressing differently the instructions? I'm not getting great results. So I do have the pressing arrows set up that way so that you can nest your seams, but as always, feel free to press however you would like. Definitely ask that question in the group just to see if somebody has a different answer. And then this one cracks me up, okay? Let's talk about this one. This one's great. Why are your block tutorials so long? Okay, so first of all, I have a lot to share. The blocks, we all know, very detailed, lots of different steps. And I know that there are many different levels of skills and experience within this group. And so I just want to make sure that what I am saying can be broken down enough for a beginner. We actually do have several beginners doing this quilt. Can you believe it? It's crazy. But we have several beginners. I'm knocking it out of the park as well, doing amazing. But I just want to make sure that if I'm putting out a tutorial, that somebody with any skill level can go through and watch it and hopefully understand it. So I did get a funny comment. It was funny to me, but that my videos are long and I talk too much. So it cracked me up. But did you know that if you're watching, if you're one of those people where you're like, yeah, she will not stop talking. It's okay. I get it all the time. And you're looking for a specific part. Did you know you can like fast forward or speed up like the talk, like the video? So I do this a lot. On your phone, you just hold down on your screen on the right side and it will, speed up ×2. You should try it. It is pretty funny to hear me like that. It's like I talk really fast and it's like this and it's so crazy. But anyways, so somebody just said, just don't put your quilt in the fridge. So yes, true. But there are people that live in colder climates and might take it outside to, let's say, a baseball game or a soccer game, and just be aware that those lines, especially if you quilted it on the top, those lines could show back up. And I haven't tested it yet to iron or apply heat after they've came back. So if you've done that, definitely post that in the comments to let us know. But yes, okay. So I don't go around putting quilts in the refrigerator. That's not something I do. But if that is something you do, hey, totally fine. I'm not going to judge you for it. Okay, I was talking about a little small piece that I put in the refrigerator because I like to test theories. If somebody tells me something is supposed to happen or doesn't happen if you don't do this, I like to find out. So that's what I did. So again, yes, my tutorials are long. I apologize, but I'm trying to accommodate for everyone. And let's see, can I post my block/quilt if I'm working ahead? Of course, you can post whatever, whenever you would like. And of course, it will help people see what's to come and it's exciting. But please refrain from, I see somebody laughing at me. Please refrain from putting out any of the free little goodies that you are getting in the future months so that people do have that element of surprise when they get to it. Let's see. And I think my last question on this paper is, I know that the block of the month has started, but are there any more kits? So yes, there are still kits left. A lot of shops, not a lot, a few shops just have the fabric left and they're telling you to purchase the patterns elsewhere on my shop or somewhere else. So just know if you're watching this and you're new, welcome. This is the Flower Stand Block of the Month live. But you can definitely still join. I will have the patterns for a long time. I can't say forever because you never know what forever holds, but I am planning to have the patterns for a long time. After the block of the month has been done and it's gone, I will just have the paper patterns and just the PDFs, not the extras, not the flower packs, the golden tickets, or anything like that. But if you do pick up a packet from a shop, let's say they had a packet left over and you do it 2-3 years from now, let's just say there is a golden ticket in there, I'm still honoring that golden ticket. And you can still do all the fun things. The tutorials are going to be here. The lives are going to be on YouTube. So the only thing you'll miss is the monthly giveaways and the end of years or the end of the block of month celebration. So you'll still have some fun doing it along the way. Okay, so I wanted to answer a couple of questions. Y'all are so sweet. You're telling me that my cross stitch is beautiful. Let's just see. So yes, the lives will continue at the same time each month until further notice, and I will let you know. This time works really well for me. I know people on the West Coast and Central Time is a little too early, but I know I said this last time, I am trying to plan out something in the middle of the month that maybe it could be an early morning or a late at night sew day or Zoom call, show and tell, something. I'm still trying to figure that out. I haven't nailed that down yet, but just know I am working on that. I've got a lot of things going on. Let's see. Cindy says, it helps me on the corner squares to only trim off the middle fabric and leave the back fabric to make sure my rectangle ends at the same as the original. So that is true. So in my pattern, I have you cut off the excess right there. Leave that on. If you're struggling with getting your corner square units to align, press it with that excess fabric back there to make sure when you're folding it open that you are meeting those outside lines. And if you're not, you know that you're off. So that is something that you can do. Let's see, any more questions? I'm so glad you guys are loving this block of the month and all the extras. That really, 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 really makes me happy because I put a lot into this and I just love like interactive things. Let's see. I don't think there's any more questions. I'll give you a second to post your questions. Thank you so much to Kim, who said that she thinks my tutorials are great. Listen, I'm real. This is out of my comfort zone 100%. And I don't know if you know this, but I am an introverted person, and doing anything like this really takes me out of my comfort zone. And so tutorials are very new for me. I started with a phone above my hands, right? Phone above my hands, just talking. And many of you were like, we want to see your face. We want to get to know you. And I'm like, okay, great. All right, I can do this. So I went out and got some filming equipment, and now I have an above camera and a front camera. So I'm trying to make it more personable, maybe. And it'll just get better as I do more and go on. So yeah, thank you for telling me you like my tutorials. Yes, Esther, I agree. She said, thanks for being so real with us. That is something you're always going to get from me. I'm just a regular, everyday person that loves to quilt and design and make pretty things, just like all of you. There's no need to be anybody different than who I am. So that's what I'm doing. So let's just see. Oh, you guys are so... Okay, so you guys did ask about, can we go ahead and sew these blocks in a row? Let me look. Yes. Yes, you can. You can. So there isn't any sashing in between that first row. Yeah, I don't think there is. I don't think there is. Yeah, because this block has the sashing on the sides. I think that's why I did it, so we didn't have to do that. So if you would like to sew your row together, that's upside down, feel free. So yeah, there is no, yeah, go ahead. You can definitely do that. Now, I'll have to figure out what those measurements are for you if you are, but yeah, definitely you can go ahead and do that. Or you can wait till the end. That's fine too. It's always fun to watch, you're building all your blocks on your design wall and then you get to sew them all together. So, okay. All right. So I do have, for those of you that are still on, hello, thank you for staying. So I have a little giveaway I want to do. I'm going to be giving away 2 Flower Stand needle minders to 2 of you. Okay, the Flower Stand needle minder. So cute. You could, if you're not a stitcher, you can definitely use this for cross stitch or not cross stitch binding. If you're binding your quilt, I like to use them also for EPP. So I do a lot of English paper piecing, and I just like to have this next to me so that I can have a place to set my needle, because we've all probably been there where we lost our needle in the couch. Yeah. Okay. So here's what I want you to do. Let's see. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Okay, so here's what I want you to comment, and I'm going to pick 2. And what I'm going to do is announce the winners, and then you need to contact me at customerservice@mysewquiltylife.com. So let's see. I have what you're supposed to comment right here. So comment below sharing what your favorite part of this block of the month has been so far. And then I will pick 2 winners. I'll randomly pick 2 winners and we'll get that needle minder to you. So post below what your favorite part of the block of the month has been so far. And I think I'll pick winners next Friday. So if you are watching this later, you have some time to put your comment in. So, okay, guys, well, it is 5 o'clock in my time zone. Oh, okay, you guys are so sweet. Okay. This is going to make me so excited to read all the comments later. You guys are so great. You make me feel so comfortable. I was telling myself earlier, I was like, I was so nervous the first call, so nervous. This time, I was only half nervous. So that only can mean next time I shouldn't be nervous at all. So we will see. Okay, so I will let you go. I hope you all have a fabulous Friday and you clear your schedule and are so excited to get going. And again, I apologize so much to those people that do not have their month 2 packet. It will come soon enough. So I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Thank you for being here.